I'm Corey Davis, your host, and I'm thrilled to take you on this journey as we dive into inspiring stories, expert insights, and practical tips to help you thrive as a digital nomad. Welcome back to the Jet Set Journeys podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So today we have Julia with health and communication. So she's going to talk about how she got started, where she's at now, and where she's headed with her digital nomad lifestyle. So welcome, Julia, to the show. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really curious and happy.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started as a digital nomad?
Yes, sure. I would love to. Well, yeah, so 3 years ago, actually, I decided to change a little bit of my lifestyle, or to change my life completely, actually. So I quit my job and I sold everything back home and I started traveling. And due to my travels, I actually decided, okay, I think I will never go back home because I really love traveling. But I had the problem, I might just run out of money someday.
That happens.
So yeah, that happens, exactly. So I would say like two years ago, I got to this point where I decided, okay, I don't want to run out of money. And I decided to do something, to get some projects. And yeah, so I started actually really low key, I would say. So I got some, so I started with writing articles, and because I do had my own website already by this point. So I was a little bit experienced with articles and something like this. So I started writing articles for people, and then I got into translation work. And then a year ago, I decided, okay, but I want to do something different. You know, this is just like the beginning of becoming a digital nomad. And yeah, so right now I'm a life coach and a yoga teacher. And this is like the thing I want to do. Right. I'm still in the transition because I'm still doing the translation work. I still work in customer service as well. But now I'm in the transition to become more and more the health and communication part, you know? So yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I like that. So the traveling came first, and you're like, yes, how do I fund my traveling? And so that's where the other ideas come from, and that's good. Yeah. And
yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like you have a goal, like I'm here and I need to get here. So how do I get in between there? And like a lot of times it's not a straight line, right? It's like you go, you gotta backtrack and in circles and like it's just one of those things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got to be creative.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I think there's no proper way to become a digital nomad. I mean, some people, they do have already a job which you can just change into a remote job, which I hadn't. So I'm actually a chemical engineer. And I was working in a laboratory, you know, in research. And I couldn't do this remotely. So I had to change the way I work completely. And but you just have to be aware of the skills you have. So because people think they do not have good skills, you know, to work remotely. But if you're really aware, and if you really start to think, okay, what am I good in, or what can I do to make money? Then you will find anything, you know. You can just, so I just did my website just as a hobby, you know. It was just for fun, and then all of a sudden I could use it for a job, you know.
So welcome, colleague. I'm an electrical engineer by trade, and so I still work. And of course, I don't know how school is for you. So for me in mechanicals, we're all in the same group for the first 2 years. And then we split off as, so I have a little special place in my heart for mechanical engineers out there. Of course, my electrical buddies. So anyway, and actually, I'm still a digital nomad. I'm still working as a side job. Well, I guess it's my main job as electrical engineer, doing just checking stuff. But as we build our business on the side, Jet Set Voyage, until that can fund us, and then we'll get all switched over. But anyways, so yeah, that's how we got started. Is the same thing, traveling, right? Had to get out of the country, lower cost of living, try to build something that supports us. And then but then you fall in love with the travel, right? You fall in love with the different cultures, the people, and like, I don't want to go home. Like, actually, I went home a year ago, and it's like, and I lasted for like maybe 4 months, and I was like, nope, going back to Asia. I'm actually in the Philippines right now.
So okay, I see.
This is where we're hanging out until we get things going. Lower that cost of living, and that way you can bootleg and bootstrap your business. Not bootleg, bootstrap. Yeah, bootstrap the business. So that's awesome. So I like that you're doing the freelancing right now. And so, and you have your website, and then you're building that as well. And where are you from originally? Trying to pick up your accent.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Germany.
Okay.
But as you mentioned as well, I try to avoid Germany. So I had like, so one year ago, I had to go back to Germany, and it just took me like 3 months, and I was like, nah, I'm done. I have to leave again.
It's crazy, huh? It's like your home's not your home anymore. It's like, what happened?
No, I know. And it's difficult to still call it home, right? So, I mean, of course, family and friends are back home, but it's not the home of my heart, you know? Right. Yeah. And I find this question really difficult if someone is asking me where you're from. So, and I always like to answer, I'm originally from Germany, but I do not belong to Germany anymore, right? So, but if you would answer like, oh, I'm like from the world, you know, then people would like, what are you talking about? You know, so.
Nope, that's right. And only digital nomads understand that. And so that's why I love talking to digital nomads, because we understand our own language, right? Like, we're people of the world. Like, it's like, I'm here in the Philippines, but as I'm driving around and traffic's crazy, it's like, I understand that we're all living in this world together. And so when someone, especially if they're on a scooter and a tricycle, like right now we have a typhoon, it's super heavy rain, and I'm sitting in my car, I'm like, go ahead. We're living this life together. So let's, enjoy. But I mean, we should always be like that anyways, even if we're back home, but a lot of people aren't, right? I know for me in America, everyone's stuck in their own little bubble, right? They're not worried about anyone outside their bubble. It's like, and I hate that. And so the more you travel, the more you respect, you see other worlds and other cultures, and you respect them more. And it's like, we're all the same people in the end. Yeah. Right? So it just widens your perspective of life. And that's what I love about travel. That's what I love about digital nomads, because we all seem to understand that, right? Our home is where we lay our
that's so true.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I love. So where are you at right now?
So I'm in Tenerife, which is an island of the Canary Islands, and they belong to Spain. So they're actually really close by to Morocco.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's my first time in Tenerife. Never been here before. But it's really nice. It's actually a really nice place to be for winter because the temperature is really good, and there are not too many people around, or not too many tourists. Right. So it's actually a nice place. Yeah.
Do they call it winter there?
They might do. I don't know.
I know Germany has winters, of course, but so I'm in Southeast Asia. They don't have winter here, right? It's rainy season, dry season.
True.
So I was just curious. True. Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah. So no, I think it's still winter.
Okay.
It's the winter, because the temperature they will drop a little bit. But I think they still call it winter.
Okay. All right. I was curious.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question. So I know my audience is digital nomads on a budget, right? So we've all seen the digital nomads. They're out there driving the Ferraris and on the yachts, and they're just living the life. They have the e-commerce store and they're making 100,000 a month, right? I'm like, no, not me. I'm a digital nomad on a budget. It's like
me too.
I came to Southeast Asia to save money because my savings was dropping too fast in the US. So Canary Islands, in my mind, it's a super expensive place. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm ignorant on that.
Yeah, so, well, it depends. So usually I try to live on a low budget as well. And I always have a daily budget. So I set myself a daily budget and I try not to get over the daily budget.
Okay.
And this time
we're talking about Canary Islands, and you said you live on a budget and you have a daily income, and then I lost you.
Yeah, exactly. So, and yeah, my daily budget. And so I try not to get over the daily budget. And the Canary Islands, I think they're a little bit expensive. So you are right with this. But I decided to live in a co-living space on the Canary Islands. And a co-living space is, I like to call it a hostel, but in a luxury way, because so I do live in a house, and you can have your own room, or you share your room in a dorm, you share a room with other people, but you do live with digital nomads. So all the people who are around me at the moment are digital nomads. And this co-living, which I'm living in right now, is really special because they do offer 4 times a week dinner. They offer daily breakfast and they offer activities. And this is all included in the price.
Oh.
And it depends on which room you're going to have. So you can have a room with your own bathroom. You can have a room with a shared bathroom, or you can stay in a dorm. And then, of course, the prices will be different.
Right.
So, and this is actually a really good, a good way to live on the Canary Islands, in my opinion. But this is also my first co-living experience, so I don't know how expensive it is in different islands or in different places. But this is actually a way, also kind of a way to save money, because you do not have to go out for dinner. I don't have to look for a cafe where I can work in, because there are co-working spaces around as well, which is quite cheap, because you know, usually I go to a cafe, sit there for 6-7 hours, work from there, but then you have to eat, you have to drink, because you can't just be in a cafe and ordering nothing, right? And I don't have to do this here. Then, of course, it depends on if you're going to rent a car. Here in Tenerife, then of course it's a little bit more expensive. But you can do it on a low budget for sure, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so co-living spaces. Yeah, so there's a lot of those here in Southeast Asia, the co-living spaces. I don't know if they're priced either. Hostels scare me because I've seen the movie called Hostel. No, I'm a big chicken, so no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's good. So, what's your plan for now? Like, where are you headed?
So yeah, usually, or my original plan was just to be in Tenerife for 4 weeks. And then I wanted to go back to Germany because my passport is going to expire soon. Well, soon-ish, let's say. I don't know if you have the same, but in some countries you can't go in because just if the passport is not valid for 6 months, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, and because of that, my passport will be not valid anymore next year in October. So, and I decided, okay, maybe I just go back to Germany, and Germany is really, it's just a pain to extend your passport. It takes such a long time, and yeah. So I decided to go to Tenerife, go back to extend my passport, and then go straight to Asia. because I wanted to be back in New Zealand, because New Zealand is the love of my life, the country. Yeah, I love it. But then when I was sitting in the plane to go to Tenerife, I was like, I'm not going to fly 5 hours to go to Tenerife and then just leave in 4 weeks, because that doesn't make sense, you know? And now I'm just going to stay a little bit longer in the Canary Islands, and I might go to Morocco, and then from Morocco back to like the mainland Europe. So it's Portugal, Spain, and then probably France, and then back to Germany to accept my passport, which will be then next year, something like that.
Gotcha. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's pretty universal for passports. Just 6 months. That's from my experience. I haven't been to any country that didn't require any more or less. They're usually 6
Okay.
months. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna do the Europe tour. That's awesome. So Portugal.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I got Portugal on my mind. I'm excited about that one. But like I said, living on a budget, Portugal is a step above. So I'm not quite there yet. So
I know. Yeah, I know. I have to be honest, I haven't done any research yet. So I'm just here in Tenerife, and it's just a gut feeling, you know. It just feels like, okay, I might just go to Morocco and then back to Germany through Spain and Portugal. But I don't know if I'm actually going to do this.
Gotcha. But that's what I love about digital nomads, is because you have that freedom, right? So
yes, exactly.
I call it freedom and flexibility of living your life and doing what you want when you want. And we're not talking about it in a selfish way, right? But it's more of a way of that you're enjoying your life now. Some people, they wait until retirement, right? 65.
Yeah.
And then nothing's guaranteed. And that's one thing that COVID let me know, that life is not guaranteed. I mean, we already knew this before, but when I saw like 25-year-olds dying from COVID, or 30-year-olds, it's like, you know, they could have been waiting until retirement to live their life, and they're already dead. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you have a cane. How am I going to enjoy it here at the rice terraces if I can't even climb it because I'm 65 and my back hurts, my knee hurts? And so us now, we figured out a way to still make a living, but enjoy our life, enjoy the moments of every day, right? So definitely living with no regrets. And so
exactly.
I love what you're doing. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're being funded by yourself. I mean, you're working, you're freelancing, but you're also building your own website as well. And you're sharing your love, right, for health and community.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I like how you put that together. That's pretty cool. So if anyone wanted to follow you or learn more about what you're doing, how would they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, and my Instagram called The Real Life of a Digital Nomad. Because I really like to show people that being a digital nomad is not always positive and fun and happy, you know? So you always struggle. So it's just like, you do have daily struggles as well. Just because you're traveling, you know, or working remotely doesn't mean your life is happy now. And I really don't like the Instagram accounts where people just show like, you know, I'm sitting in a cafe having the best view and I'm working from there, you know, or I'm sitting on the beach and just working from there. And then my opinion is also like, I could never sit right, you know, at the beach and work, because it's always loud, it's always sand, and probably my laptop wouldn't, you know, last long if I would do this all the time. So so I really like to show people that we still struggle, you know. Of course we do live an amazing life, and I would never change my lifestyle anymore, and I never regret it, you know, and I will never regret it, that's for sure. But we still struggle, and we just have to be honest to ourselves, you know, that life is still difficult. And I mean, building friendships, relationships, and feeling comfortable in so many different places, it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge, a daily challenge. And I just like to let people know that this is not just paradise. It's just a different way of living.
So I just want to say, so as an electrical engineer, that your laptop sitting by the beach sounds all great, but there's a lot of salt in the air. and your laptop sucks in cool air to cool down, which goes all over your circuit boards. And guess what's not good for your circuit boards? Salt. It's called corrosion, people. Your laptop, like Julia said, your laptop will not last very long if you keep sitting there with salt air. My IG looks great, but I got to spend another $1,000 on a laptop. I'm like, no, thank you. But yeah, you're absolutely
exactly
little things. So, but yeah, no, traveling, especially traveling, you have to be patient. I'm a real adamant about meditating now. I do a lot of meditation, and I got really good at meditating on the stand. Like, I live in the Philippines, and sometimes those lines are really long, and you have to wait forever to check out. And so I get frustrated. I could just keep my eyes open and start meditating. Just sit there and like, it's okay. I'm a digital nomad. I got nowhere to go, right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm living a life, so calm down. These people are struggling. I mean, we're all struggling, but it's like, relax, right? We all got somewhere to go. So it's just one of those things. So as you're traveling and there's a delay in your flight, but you have a layover 6 hours, calm down. It's okay. Just call the airlines. We'll figure it out. They're not going to leave you stuck in whatever land that you're in the middle of. And these kind of things that makes your life more enjoyable, right? And so like, I try to do the morning affirmations. Sometimes I complain about this and that, but it's like, no, we're living the life, right? I got a nice beach right around the corner, and I can just go there and chill and enjoy life. So just take a step back and breathe and appreciate it. So no.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not all fun and games. It's definitely a struggle doing this work, but we still love it, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Love-hate relationship.
And it's actually, but I think it's actually quite nice to be around digital nomads as well. So I haven't done this for a while, and now being here in the co-living space is so nice to talk to different digital nomads, because even if we do live the same life, we do live different lives as well. You know, being a digital nomad, there's so many ways you can go. It's so interesting how people are doing it. And it's nice to see, okay, you know, Instagram is just the show. People are just telling you are just showing the nicest things, and they just want to tell you that life is always awesome, but it's not, right? So if you have the chance to talk to digital nomads, it feels so, okay, you know, I'm not exaggerating, you know, it's like we do have the same struggles, and it's so nice, and you just connect right away because people understand what you're going through. So
misery likes company, but at the same time, it's good to know you're not the only one struggling, right? It's
exactly.
Like, I thought it was just me. I thought I sucked, right? And like, nope, we all suck together. And you're like, ooh, okay.
Exactly.
But they're just like, keep going. You'll get there, right? You'll get there.
Exactly.
For me, the reminder is every day. Like, people say, what's the meaning of success, right? I want to be successful. Great. What does that mean for you? It's different for everybody. Like, you know, I'll just throw that out there. You will be successful. And okay, what does that mean? So as a digital nomad, if we step back and appreciate every day, honestly, I'm successful right now, right? You're successful right now. You're in the Canary Islands, right? Your life is in your hands, and you understand that your life's in your hands. All the decisions are made by you, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, like they're all made by you, but you understand that and you just deal with it. And so when the bad comes, you're like, hey, this is just room for learning. It's an opportunity to grow, right? And once you understand that, there's no such thing as failure, right? It's just lessons learned is one of my favorites. And so we just keep moving and then enjoy the moments. Just they say take a breath and smell the roses, right? And so, but we can do that today. We don't have to wait for the holiday. Okay, I'm gonna take a week off for my holiday. Like, no, it's Tuesday. I'm gonna go to the beach now, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I love it. And we all understand that as digital nomads. It's just one of those things. And so
that's true.
You learn, right? Like, I'm learning from you right now a lot. Like, I want to go to the Canary Islands.
You should.
It's on my list, trust me. I thought it was
Okay.
too high of a pay scale, but I think the co-living space I can manage.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good deal. I want to know, so who is your target audience right now? Like when you're talking out there to IG, do you have a set group that you want to talk to about health and communication?
Well, yes. So I would actually love to connect to people who are on their way to become a digital nomad, or who are still at the beginning of being a digital nomad. Because when I decided to work remotely and to change my lifestyle, I was completely alone. So I had the feeling, I mean, of course I met digital nomads, because it's always, the energy you show to people, you will attract them, right? So if you're looking for digital nomads will come to you. So, and of course I met people and I got some advices as well, but I still felt quite alone in this, in this transition to become a digital nomad. And so I had to do lots of research by myself, like, okay, what kind of business do I want to set up, or what kind of insurances do I need? So there's so many different questions and so many things to be aware of. And it would have been so good just to have kind of a mentor next to me who would just tell me not everything, but someone who would be just by my side and tell me all the time, hey, you're getting there, just a supportive person. And I would love to be this person for someone.
Okay, nice. So I started a invite-only Facebook group, and I will share this with you because I'm trying to grow this. I don't care if it's only 20 people in it, but the thing is, I want people who can actually call each other, talk to each other. We do monthly meetings. So right now it's like 7 people in the group, but the thing is, we actually have meetings and talk. And so I'm part of a lot of Facebook groups around here, like just the usual, right? And I ask a question on that group and it's hard to get a straight answer. Like a lot of people just kind of give you like this answer, that answer. It's all over the place, right? So we're trying to build something that is just like you said, a community where you can reach out to others, like-minded people, and get that support, right? So I'll share that with you, but absolutely. That seems like it's a struggle all around. Like I love the co-living space. I keep hearing about those, and they're great for the communication while you're there. And if you connect with someone really nice, you have a new friend around the world. But a lot of times from my experience of talking to other people, it's people come and go. I mean, people come and go in life anyways, right? But it's just they kind of move on, or they're doing their own thing. I'm in Southeast Asia, and then they go off to Portugal or Spain, and it's just kind of like we're doing different things. But it's just part of life. But anyways, you're absolutely right. Having that community, that sense of connection within the community, I think that's something that's lacking among digital nomads that we should really work on. So
yeah, that's true.
So definitely we'll do something like that. Good deal, man. Well, I do appreciate your time, Julia. We're about out of time right now, but this was fun. I loved hearing your story and how you're helping people enjoying life. And so, do you have anything else to say for the audience before I let you go?
So I'm really thankful for the time that I had to share what I went through. So thank you very much for inviting me. And it was really lovely to talk to you as well. I like to connect to other digital nomads. It's a really nice thing to do.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. So Julia's contact information is in the description. So you guys can reach out to her, find out how she's doing, what she's doing, and help each other out. And so once again, take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.